Hey everyone, my name is Nilesh Okur. I'm currently a final year student at Viva Institute of Technology and I'm presenting an Android application before you. The name of the application is Virus Baba. So, in this current COVID-19 outbreak scenario, it has become mandatory to have more tests in India to boost the testing capacity of India. This is what Virus Baba is all about. So, depending upon the language you prefer, you can choose Hindi, you can choose Marathi, you can choose Kannada. For now, we are choosing English. So, now I will be entering all the general information over here. So, I will enter the name, the age, gender, email ID, my phone number, and the password. And now I will hit on submit. But in case, let's say I want to reset this whole back again, I want to enter a particular gender once again. So, what am I supposed to do? All you have to do is click on the reset button and you can enter the details once again. So, we will be entering each and every detail once again. So, the name is, let's type my name, my age and gender, and all the information required once again, and I will hit on submit. So now the Virus Baba will generate an OTP and send the following OTP on the phone number which has been given prior to this page. So I will enter the OTP over here and now I will hit on submit, and now it will redirect me to the profile page. So you can see these are certain clickables over here. The database which we are using is the Firebase, and the OTP which has been generated for this application is Firebase. So let's explore the clickables over here. So if you click on about Virus Baba, it shows you what are the motives behind developing Virus Baba. So we understand it's difficult and it's complicated to test Indians in India in general, because we have a lot of population and we need more testing capacity. So this is what the Virus Baba Android application is all about. This has been made for the OS ice cream and it is 100% compatible to all Android devices. Let's look at the services over here. So if you click on the draw, you can see these are certain services over here, and if you wish to swipe and take those drawer out, you can do that, and voila, you have that navigation draw out. Let's explore the quarantine services, but I would suggest that we will be exploring this service later. Let's explore the statistics for now. So you can see these are the dynamic visualizations. So if you tap on the India, it shows you the data visualization of how the COVID-19 is behaving across states and union territories of India. So you can tap on a particular marker and it shows you the status over here. Okay, same goes for the world. You can see how the COVID-19 is behaving across countries in the world. So if you tap on a particular dot over here, it shows you the summary. Let's explore the medical store part over here. So to understand the medical stores near you, you have to enter the city name over here and it will show you all the medical stores near your city. If you click on the hospital services, it will show you all the hospitals near that particular intercity over here. So let's look at the application for migration. So let's say I am a migrant labor and I wish to migrate to my home state. And what am I supposed to do? All I have to do is I have to access the service over here. So it will ask me certain questions like which state do you belong to. So let's select Madhya Pradesh, and when are you expecting to leave for the home state. So let's select a date. So let's say 15th of August. Have you had a COVID-19 test? So if you had one, you can click on yes, else you can click on no. Are you experiencing any uncomfortable situation? It means do you have any financial issue or so. So you can click on yes or no. So let's click on yes and hit on submit. And now I will receive an SMS shortly with all the instructions and the information. Let's look at the pass services. So this services has two fa- two facility, which is the personal and the transportation pass. So let's say you wish to have a transportation pass, as the nature of your job is to travel back and forth from city to city. So you can click on the transportation pass over here, and it will ask you certain question is are you an essential service worker. So let's say no, and by default no was selected. And let's enter the vehicle number over here. So you have to enter the vehicle number. So MH04P4090, and I will hit on submit. So now I have generated a request for the transportation pass, and the officials will get back to me shortly with the transportation pass status. Okay, let's say you want to have a personal pass over here. So you have to select your purpose to have a personal pass. So let's say I want to buy a medicine over here, and I will mention the concern over here. So let's type paracetamol, and I will hit on permission for pass. And now the request has been generated, and they will get back to me shortly with the instructions and the confirmation. If you look at the MSME product service over here, so these are the two categories, products and services. So let's say you wish to buy a product, so you can tap on the product section over here, and these are certain products which is sold in the GEM market. And let's say you wish to buy a printer, so you can tap on printer, and it will show you all the printers provided by the MSME of India in the GEM website. So you can see these are the multifunctional machine and printers over here. Okay, let's go back. Let's look at the services. So if you tap on services, it shows you the services provided by the GEM. Let's go to the online learning section over here. So Virus Baba definitely understands the importance of education and learning in this hard times. It is very difficult to be productive, and Virus Baba gives you a hand to be productive. So these are certain domain in which you might be likely specialize in or might learn about it. So let's say I am a commerce student and I wish to learn more about accounts. And in case if you wish to learn some other subject over here, you can choose a particular subject by scrolling. Let's tap on accounts, and it will redirect me to the page which has the free learning materials, and these are handpicked by the developer, which is Nilesh Ohor. So let's look at the volunteer service over here. Sorry, volunteer service. So we understand as humans we are very interdependent on each other, we cannot deny that, and we need to help the vulnerable at such situation. So this is the page all about that. it will ask you certain questions like, would you like to contribute towards society? So let's say yes. How would you contribute towards society? So let's say money donation. So it throws a toast saying that there is a donation in the profile page. So now I will click on the volunteer section and I will hit submit. So now I have registered myself to be a COVID-19 warrior and will be volunteering for the virus Baba. And let's look at the weather section over here. So this section has been over here because as the rainy season has commenced, and we need to understand how the air, wind and certain parameters are working so that we can have the accurate information about the weather. So in case if we have a flood, we can choose your specific. Let's say you wish to look at the temperature, you can tap on the temperature and it shows you how the temperature is across states and union territories of India. Let's look at the links for services. So these are government links. So let's say you wish to browse a particular link, let's say Ministry of Resource and Development, you can tap on it and it will open a website of the MHRD. Okay, let's go back. Now we will be going to the profile page, and these are certain clickables over here. So let's say you wish to have an ambulance, so let's explore the ambulance facility over here. You can see these are the address and these are the ambulance service provider. So let's say I wish to make a phone call to the particular facility provider, so I can tap on this particular address and it will make a phone call. So I'm sorry, my phone is on airplane mode right now, so it phone call, but it generated a request. Let's tap on the meet the doctor section over here. So these are certain steps which we need to follow, and you have to install these two or any of the application. The invitation link will be provided to you as soon as you click hit on the meet the doctor. So it is quite difficult to express your concern to the doctors in the pandemic situation remotely. So to have one-to-one interaction via video conferencing, you can use the service over here. So you have to enter your concern over here. So let's say I have a headache and I will hit on meet the doctor. So now the request has been registered and they will get back to me shortly. Donate money section over here. So if you remember, we have been through the volunteering page which had money and it generated a toast saying that in the profile section we have the donate money page. So this is the page which it was talking about. So let's say I wish to make a contribution in this particular organizations. So these are organization which helps the vulnerable categories to rise during this pandemic situation. So let's say you wish to make a donation in this foundation, which is the Akshaya Patra. All you have to do is you have to tap on this particular image and it will open a browser. So the browser name is share to care browser, and you can give your desired input and you can donate the amount over here. But let's say the page doesn't load well, so what am I supposed to do then? All you have to do is you have to swipe down and release, and the page automatically refreshes. Let's move back. Now we have a feature over here which is the tech test, and this is a beautiful red button out here. which we will be exploring right now. So let's tap on the tech test part over here, and you can see these are certain questionnaires which we have to answer in order to evaluate our health and understand the susceptibility towards COVID-19. So let's take a scenario. So have you arrived from a foreign country? So let's take my scenario. So no, I haven't arrived from a foreign country. I don't have any symptoms. I do not smoke. I don't have any medical conditions. And there are 4 members in my family, including me, and I have not met the doctor recently. And I will hit on submit. So now my susceptibility score turns out to be low, and these are certain guidelines which are provided by the WHO on the 18th March 2020, and these are certain practices which are the preventive measures. Now let's take a scenario which would have the high susceptibility. So let's say I haven't arrived from a foreign country, but I have high fever, mild breathing issue, and fatigue. I do smoke, and I have diabetes. Let's say yes. And now I will click on submit, and now my susceptibility score turns out to be high. And Virus Baba highly recommends me to book an appointment, and early treatment is always a wise decision as it is written over here. So, being a productive citizen of India, I will click on book an appointment over here, and now the Virus Baba will redirect me to all the test centers near me. So, if I tap on a particular marker, it shows me the status availability. So there is availability in this particular test center, which is the iGenetics in Andheri. So now let's say I wish to have book an appointment in this test center. How am I supposed to do that? So to do that, we will double tap on this particular marker, and it will redirect me to the booking section over here. And this is the summary details which we have filled in the profile initial stage. We have to choose the desired date and time. So to do that, we have to tap on this date icon. Let's say 12th of August at 3:30 would be a good time, 3:30 p.m. And now I will hit on confirm. So now I have registered myself successfully for the COVID-19 test in the respective test center, and I will receive an email or SMS shortly with some instructions and the QR code. So here you can see this is the QR code which has been generated by the Virus Baba application. The reason behind using QR code is because it can generate data contactless. Secondly, it holds a lot of information, and it's feasible, and it's easy to generate and easy to decode by the decoding, which is in the Virus Baba web application. So to save this image into your external memory, all you have to do is you can click on the save image over here, and it will save the QR code into your external memory. Okay. Now we are missing out one of the feature which we haven't talked about. So let's click on the need more help over here. You can see this is highlighted in purple. So I tap on this, and you can see these are the helpline number with respect to its states and union territories. And let's say I wish to book a bed in quarantine bed. So how am I supposed to do that? You can click on book bed for quarantine, and it redirects you to the quarantine beds, quarantine test centers marker over here. So if you tap on a particular marker, it shows you the availability status. So oops, there are no availability over here. So now I have to look at the another test center over here. So you can see there are fair availability of quarantine beds in this particular quarantine center. So to book a quarantine bed, all I have to do is I have to double tap on the respective marker, and it will redirect me to some of the questionnaires which we will be answering right now. The questions are you under medication? So let's say you want to facilitate yourself with the medical services and treatment. You can tap on yes. Which state do you belong to? So let's say I belong to Maharashtra. And how many members are with you? So let's say two members are with me right now who wish to quarantine right now. By hitting on submit, you request for the bed. You don't get the bed. You request for the quarantine bed. So I will click on submit, and now I have registered my request successfully, and the officials will get back to me shortly with the confirmation email and SMS in the respective test center, which you can see right now over here, the National Sports Club of India. And meanwhile, you can tap on the return to profile, and you can explore more of the functionalities of the Virus Baba Android application. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great time.